What's up guys, Card Poppers here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of a reveal or a break, we're going to show some investment cards, and these are my personal investment cards. And today I'm going to show you my Jalen Hurts investment cards more specifically. So first off, we got a nice little silver prism. I think this card does around maybe $60 to $80, but cool little mosaic. And when I'm looking at cards, like looking to invest in cards, I'm looking for prism and optic cards mainly. I feel like prism and optic hold the most value over time, especially if a player does good, they're gonna go up the most compared to mosaic and, you know, lower end brands. But still a nice little silver card. See a 150 price tag on there. That's probably what it was going for at one point, but I think this is around an $80 to $100 card now. So this one is a rated rookie, but it's a Donruss rated rookie, which, I mean, I shouldn't say but, it's still a sought after card being a PSA 10, but my guess is this would have to be around a $100 card as well. I mainly look for the Optic brand rated rookies, which is like, they're like a gloss version of the rated rookies, and they're a little bit more sought after and usually go for more money than a normal rated rookie. But I think I paid $50 for this card like way back when I first got back into collecting in maybe February or March of last year. So I think I'm up on this investment. I had a couple other Hurts cards I got in really early on and did well on. This one I graded myself. I was hoping for a 10. I thought maybe, but I don't know if there's a surface issue on this one or if it was the centering. It looks maybe slightly off-centered, like a little crooked, not necessarily top to bottom off-center, but just slightly crooked from left to right. These blue hypers come out of the Walmart boxes, so I believe they come out of Walmart Megas if I'm not mistaken. So this would come out of an Optic Walmart Mega, which you'd have a really, 2020, you'd have a really hard time finding in stores now. Next up, another Optic base rated rookie. This thing does probably $20 to $30 right now, I'd guess. Cool little jersey color match though with the border. Awesome little card. This one's a holo, another rated rookie. My guess is this card does about $90 to $120 right now. I believe a 10 is stuck at, a PSA 10 of this card is stuck around $300 at the moment. I did not get this card graded. I picked it up. I think I got a really good deal on this card. I bought this in a Blue Scope PSA 10 and made out pretty good on them. I didn't sell them yet, but I think I did good as far as investment pieces. Purple Shock, another. I mean, at this point, you'd think I should just go for the rated rookie, you know, the rainbow, but that's not my, I don't want to do that. I'm just looking to go for investment cards. And maybe I should do it a little bit different next time I invest in a player and go for just higher end cards and not go for a bunch of lower end ones. But I feel like I'm getting good deals on these cards, so it's hard to turn them down, especially when I have a strong feeling they're going to go up in value at some point and not down. So Purple Shock. I believe Purple Shock comes out of blasters. Blue Hyper comes out of megas, but Purple Shock's a pretty sought after card. Nice card. Blue Scope PSA 10. I bought this one with the holo PSA 9. Obviously PSA 10s always outsell a PSA 9. Usually on a lower end card, the price is about 3 times more than a PSA 9. This one I got in a big bulk deal. I paid $700 for a bunch of cards. I think these die cuts, there's not a lot of sales on these. Die cuts are generally hard to gem because there's a lot more corners on them and a lot more edges. And I believe they're really nitpicky on these. But getting a 10 on this card's, you know, a pretty big deal. It's a very nice card. Checkerboard die cut. I bought this card, so I think I overpaid for this one, but I got a really good deal on a 10. I believe I paid $70 or $80 for a 9 of this card, and then I got the 10 for like $105 or $110. So I got some insane deal on a 10 and overpaid for a 9, so it kind of works itself out a little bit. You don't see, these come out of holiday packs or the holiday blasters. I believe they're Donruss, but you get one red green per box per blaster. So this is a cool little card as well. Here's the 10, pristine 10. I think that's going to be a big card at one point. This one will be. Aqua. So I actually traded from a guy I've done a couple of trades with now. I traded a Messi PSA 10 case hit I got in a deal from a card I pulled. So I really couldn't turn this down. He had this and a 2 orange rated rookie, which I'll show in another video, some different investment cards I have. But anything numbered, you know, these Aqua parallels, I think this is like a $200 card right now. I mean, you'd think this card of Burrow is probably $500-600, so you can see there's a big gap in the price on some of these quarterbacks, even like some of the top tier guys. Silver Prism, probably one of the more sought after parallels in Prism is the silver card. They're really hard to gem. If you can get a 10, it's probably, you know, a $600 to $800 card as a 10. And if you can get an auto 10, I don't even know what that's doing right now, probably well over $1,000. Awesome looking card. And then I have 2 of these. I have one for sale and one I'm hanging on to, a Disco Prism PSA 10. These come out of Target blasters. I know that because I have a bunch. Actually on that wall back there, I have a bunch of Target blasters I'm hanging on to. But yeah, these ones come out of those Target blasters. I know a lot of these Prism cards are hard to gem just because of the surface on them. They can get scratched really easily and get, you know, factory defects from them right away. Alright, and lastly, I'm going to show some of my higher end Hurts cards. I showed one of these cards in an earlier video, but I'll show the 2 lower end ones first, then I'll get onto the higher end ones. So let's set these up over here. So this one, I believe I paid $500 for a rated rookie pink velocity PSA 9 and this card, and I believe this card just sold for like $415. So I maybe have $200 some into this card because I believe I sold the pink velocity for around $300. So at $200, I mean, 6 is $79. This is a very nice investment card. These are the cards I should be doing more buying of, is getting numbered Prism cards and short print parallels, because there's not, you know, something like this Disco Prism PSA 10. You know, they made a ton of these cards, and something like this, they have a lot of different parallels of the numbered cards, but this one there's only 79, and there's probably 30 of them, 20 of them graded as a 9, so there's not a ton of these ones out there. So these are the kind of cards you want to invest in. You want to get the nicest cards of the best players, or, you know, if you want to get speculative guys and get guys you think are going to do good, you want to still try and get the nicest cards you can of those guys, rather than, I feel like, going for a bunch of different cards. So I have this one, and then I paid a little bit more for this one. I think I paid 300 something for it, but this one's a 9 as well, and this one's out of 50, and for whatever reason, I believe it's just because the hobby loves blue parallels more, but this one out of 50, numbered a little bit lower, so there's even less of this one. Only does, you know, about 300, and that blue sold for like 500 a few months ago, and it sold for 400 more recently. So you'd think it'd be different, but, you know, that's just not how it is. The blue is really sought after. And these are my 2 biggest Hurts cards I have. I showed this one off in an earlier video, but I paid $650 for this card, and I thought it was a steal, honestly. I still feel like it is. Blue Wave is a really sought after parallel from Prism. You can see how it just kind of shines there and looks like a wave. But I got a Gem Mint 10 too, and I think this is going to be a 2K card at some point. I see I got it in the Card Case Pro right now. But I firmly believe that Hurts is a good investment, and I think this is going to be a 2 or 3K card at some point. And then probably my biggest, this one's probably a little bit more than the Hurts Wave PSA 10, but the biggest card that I have, and I think I paid $1,100 for this card. So I bought it right at the beginning of the season last year when they won like 3 games, and I overpaid for this card. It's probably worth around $800 to $1,000 right now, but I still think this thing's a sick card. It's out of 35, not jersey number or anything, but definitely a hard card to hit, and autograph is always a plus. As I have a bunch of numbered parallels, I don't have a bunch of autographs. I have maybe 2 autographs right now, one lower end and this one, but I still feel like this is going to be a big card at some point too. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out our online store, www.cardpoppers.com, and we're also on Instagram, card_poppers. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.